Okay, let's go live. Are we live? I think we are. I think we're about to go live. Ladies and gentlemen, it says that we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to a brand new video, a brand new live stream. We haven't live streamed in, I think, around about 9 months. It's been a bit of a while, I know. It's a little bit overdue, this live stream. And I thought, you know what? Let's do a live stream. And the reason why we're doing a live stream is I kind of want to talk about what's been going on with Payday, but I wanted to do it in a more of an interactive fashion where basically we talk about the patch update, well, not the patch update, the live stream which Payday themselves did yesterday and today. We have notes from both days, and I was a little bit late in terms of creating a video, so I thought, you know what, why not create one video? Obviously the live stream will turn into a video, so if you're watching this live stream right now, please be sure to give this video a massive thumbs up. Liking the live stream really helps out, sends out the stream to everyone else, and hopefully get more and more people to come into the stream and tune in. And if you're obviously watching this video as a video, but obviously leaving a like, rating, subscribing, and all that stuff really does help too. But basically I thought, because Payday is live streaming pretty much every single day until, I don't know however long, but apparently until somewhat the servers are fixed, and obviously that is in a few days time apparently. But I thought, you know what, let's just go and talk through what we have so far and it kind of just relate back to you guys. And obviously as I'm talking, as we're going through all the comments, you obviously feel free to leave a comment in the chat, and by all means I'll be more than happy to answer and all that stuff. So I thought it'd be quite a little fun way to have a little bit of a community chat and just kind of go from there. So what do we have first, right? So let me bring up the old Reddit, good old Reddit. So on the 25th, right? So the 25th was yesterday. Oh, that was the first official stream. We have a decent amount of notes. So shout out to a guy called Ryan Gosling. I won't say his last name because it's a little bit rude. But Mr. Ryan Gosling, obviously not himself, but some guy naming himself Ryan Gosling on Reddit. And basically he was talking about, he's given us this wonderful kind of minutes from the whole entire live stream they did, so really saved me a job there. And then we also have something else as well from today's live stream, which is just absolutely perfect. So yeah, oh, my phone's going off for some reason, but anyway, let's begin. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, so the first thing we have from the update yesterday was so it says here there is an upcoming skill line, whatever it's called, named Transporter. One of the abilities will allow players to carry 2 loot bags. Now, I think personally that is really good. I think the idea, right? The idea of obviously the ability. Obviously, I was playing Payday last night, and we were doing the mission. I think it's the third mission, the third heist, right? And the third heist being the one which is the jewelry store, right? And we had to carry, I think we had like 8 or 9, or I think it was like 10 bags maybe. And it's a bit of a faff, right? Going back and forward, right? So if, for example, there is an upcoming skill called Transporter, and the ability will allow players to carry 2 bags, I think that's amazing. Like, I think that's going to be a fantastic perk, and I'm absolutely buzzing for that. The next one was online only mode, right? So apparently online only mode was implemented to avoid Payday 2's issue of console being on a separate game version, as well as cheating. Okay, I see what they're trying to do here, right? So, because obviously Payday 2, right, was obviously very much an offline mode. Obviously you had online, which was, but you were hosting your own matches, right? We've spoken about that already. And it says here, online mode was implemented to avoid Payday 2's issue of console being on a separate game version, as well as cheating. The team is happy with the game aside from this issue. The person is edited saying that but apparently, it could be about microtransactions as well, like buying stuff eventually, like we know that these games as of today like to have like microtransactions and all that fun stuff. So, potentially that could be a thing, but you technically still don't need like online only, right? So it looks like offline only or offline mode probably won't be a thing, but I understand what they mean by online only is that, obviously they want people to, make sure that they've got the same version all the time. But then I'm like, I'm a bit confused by that, because I mean, I guess what they mean is that, let's say, for example, right, let's say a patch update goes live on Friday. We're playing, patch update. Let's say we're playing Payday 3 version 1.2, right? New version comes out on Friday. Online only mode means that everyone who wants to play is a mandate, it's a mandatory to apply the patch update, right? However, when you had Payday 2, I never had to technically update the game, so I technically could play an older version. So I think potentially that is why. But no, it's going to be interesting, and more information to come. The next bit is that all of the Payday 3 development team is currently working on restoring server stability, right? So that is their main focus right now, is trying to restore the servers. Apparently there's an opportunity to add Safe House to Payday 3, but Payday 2 user experience had a lackluster reaction to it. Interesting. I wouldn't necessarily mind a cheeky Safe House, but we'll definitely see what happens there. It also says here the team is evaluating lobby chat, heist briefing, quick play, renaming loadouts, and weapon numbers versus stats bars. I do like the idea of a heist briefing. I like the idea of quick play, renaming, quick play just going into a random match. Obviously, these are very much nice to haves, but it does sound promising. Also says here the team is happy with how the XP progression works. Okay. So they are considering, they are considering challenge filters and recommending challenges for maps. So, I mean, adding filters and recommended challenges for maps makes sense, right? But, obviously, with how the progression worked in Payday 2, it was just easier, right? But the issue is, right, I think right now we don't get enough XP for running Payday 3 in stealth mode, right? And I've always, mark me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the chat, guys, and let me know in the comments. But mark me if I'm wrong. But for me personally, doing something stealth should mean that it's, worth more, right? I understand you're not shooting people, but doing something more tactical rather than just going in loud. I guess they might say, oh, but going stealth is easy. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I just genuinely think, stealth is just better, and I think you should get more XP for stealth. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. But yeah, it's definitely interesting there. What else do we have here? So it says here, every option is on the table in regard to offline support. There's no plan for offline mode, but it's being considered. There is no official mod support, but a modding policy will be implemented. So that's good for PC players, but not necessarily the greatest for Xbox or PS5 players. What was it? It says here, the October 5th patch, which we've spoken about before, about the cosmetics, will fix the PS5 aim assist issues. Yeah, I mean, the aiming on PS5 is not great. But it will be fixed, which is awesome. There will be new characters in Payday 3, including old and new ones. Halloween content may happen, may not, who knows. Additional content is aimed at the tone of Payday 3. They've also hinted the possibility of Chicken Man's return to glory. They've also said that mouse and keyboard support may return to console. The feature was removed due to occurring glitches. Okay, makes sense. And as a live service game, weapons and skills will be buffed and nerfed as analytics come in. So that is interesting, right? So they are planning to do kind of a patch update to some degree when it comes to obviously weapons and all that fun stuff. So that is pretty interesting, pretty excited for that. But that was yesterday's update, right? Now we have a much bigger update today, which is massive. So stay tuned for this. So this is today's update. So let's go and talk about that, because we have a huge amount of information, and let's just simply go through it all. Okay, so what do we have here? So first things first is that obviously the servers will be offline on Friday. So I think they're offline this morning briefly, but the servers will be offline again this Friday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, right? So I think that's what, 10 a.m. UK time? No, 7 a.m. is it? 10? What? Actually, what? Let me have a look. CST time now. What is CST time now? CST time now is. Are they doing it in America? Oh, they're doing it in American time for some reason. Oh, okay. So CST time now is 3 o'clock. Oh, okay, so it is 5 hours behind. Oh, okay. So when I do 8 a.m., so 8 a.m. to 5, yes, that'd be what, 1? Yeah, 1 till. So it's down for. It's going to be down for 9, 10, 3 hours, right? 3 hours. So, will be interesting. Yes. So basically, we believe what's happening, right, is that with the servers, they're talking about the environment changes. So today they did something, Friday they're doing something, and I don't know if they're doing something over the weekend. But by the sounds of it is that they are moving things around. Obviously, they're using a third party right now, I believe, in terms of like their server management. And rumors, are to be told that, well, rumors have it, is that apparently they are changing provider. So that probably makes sense as to what that this maintenance is, or why they got some downtime, is they are moving stuff over. But let me know in the comments, let me know in the chat if you guys have noticed anything in terms of like changes to like the stability. I mean, normally I play this time at night, and normally, yeah, it's chaos. So I think I played 1 or 2 matches yesterday, and yeah, to be honest, it wasn't great. So we'll definitely see what happens and kind of go from there. Right, so it looks like here, so a bit more on the servers, so large takeaways. They took the servers offline earlier today to try and implement some of the changes and improve stability. This will happen again Friday. After this, they are hoping to see more functional long term, and they are hopeful that these will be good fixes. They are just unhappy about this as the players, which is good, right? Which is good. I'm very, very excited for that. What else do they say here? So they've said here, transporter skill line, which we spoke about literally moments ago. So the skill line focus will carry more items and more items more effectively. So double loot bag carry another deployable with a penalty, move more bodies more effectively. Nice. How and why changes will be made. So apparently number 1 is community feedback, 2 is analytics, and 3 is internal expertise, I should say. Progression. What do we have here? So it says current system has things they like. So the challenge system gets players to engage with content they may otherwise ignore. This encourages players to level up by experiencing new things, which kind of makes sense, right? Like I was speaking to my friend Terry yesterday, right? And basically, a lot of people, were saying like, well, I really like the Payday 2, what was it, like leveling up system, right? I really enjoy the Payday 2 experience of the XP and, how it all works, etc. But no, I was saying to Terry yesterday, and I was like, well, to be honest, like I have a feeling that the reason why they want you to like do all these challenges, right, is they do want you to experience new things, and they pretty much confirmed that today. So yeah, pretty interesting by that, and we'll kind of see from there and see what they say. But they did say here though that they will be making the challenges more clear, making relevant challenges to the player more prominent. Once they have fixed these, they want to look at community feedback, analytics, and external expertise to decide if the system is changing or overhauled completely. Some people have suggested reaching a certain level, such as 100 without challenges, then only be able to progress beyond 100 with challenges. That is a possibility. Now, to be honest, that is pretty interesting, right? That is pretty interesting. Like, level up to 100, and then if you want to get more than 100, you have to use the challenges. Because obviously, right at the beginning, right, you're just grinding anyway. So, like, realistically, like, going on challenges, does it really necessarily make sense to begin with? I don't know. It's going to be interesting. What are your thoughts, guys, regarding the current way of leveling up? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. I'm very much curious. Right, okay, moving on. So we have said this, that they feel, like I mentioned earlier, they feel they have not delivered as many stealth challenges as they want. They want to expand more on stealth based on challenges and more than perfect. Like, I love playing stealth in Payday 3, and you just don't get like the same amount of XP. And I really want a lot more XP if possible. But we'll definitely see what happens. But no, it looks like potentially could happen. A quick update on offline mode from today. So they said they cannot confirm or deny whether this feature will be added. It's on the table, but their current focus is on the existing launch issue. So, okay, so I think what they'll do, guys, is probably aim to fix the servers, hopefully by the end of this week, and then we should have like some idea in terms of what's happening. Right, now these are all the topics they spoke about. So number 1 was challenges. So let's have a look at the challenges here. So basically, I think what we spoke about there was kind of like a high level. Now we're going to talk into a little bit more detail, a little more granular for everyone. So what they've said here is challenges. So Mayo agrees challenges should be sorted by heist and would like to see this, but Mayo does not work on the UI. They would like some features like a search bar. They want to evaluate it further. See the above section above progression in the Reddit post. Results screen. So Mayo states that they would like to upgrade the results screen entirely. This could include more individual stats per weapon, but most importantly, they want to include challenge progress more clearly. Mayo later state he wants to include things like individual kills, downs, revives, accuracies, etc. Okay, so it looks like they do want to make a bunch of changes to the UI, the challenges, and all that stuff. Heist favors. So you get heist specific favors by completing different heists. For example, completing No Rest for the Wicked could grant you a favor for Rock the Cradle or Dirty Ice, but never for No Rest for the Wicked. Milo feels that the end game screen should communicate this more, which kind of makes sense, right? That does make sense to maybe like, so if you do this heist, it will then give you like a favor for another heist and back. So therefore, you always got this like continuous kind of like replayability, which is obviously, I think, pretty crucial, right? What else are they talking about here? So melee. So they intentionally wanted the current melee system not to do damage. They would like to add melee proper, but they want to do a dedicated system for it. Milo said that to tell them that if you want to melee, they want feedback on this. So right now you can basically melee to kind of, or like hit the guy or the lady or whatever to knock them down, but that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. And that's kind of how you can get like the banker or someone from management to, you can pull them and then bring them to the lock, for example, and like use their face to scan, right? So that's interesting. Stealth heist XP. So yeah, like I said, they want to fix the challenges for stealth heist. I think, they say they definitely needs more love, and I agree, right? I agree. What do you guys think? Like, for me, the stealth challenges needs improving. I still think that you definitely should get more XP for completing stealth challenges. But let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about stealth. Like, what do you guys think right now? Like, are you a stealth player or are you a guns blazing player? Like, do you like running in? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments. I'm very much curious. And also, if you're playing Payday 3 right now and you are in a stream, let me know how the servers are. I'm very much curious to kind of see what is going on, and I'm hoping it's improved, but we shall see. They've also said this, enemy balance. So they are monitoring analytics and feedback to decide some of the enemies are too strong. I mean, even on normal difficulties, like the Juggernauts. I mean, I know they're a Juggernaut for a reason, but they are a big boy. Sometimes they do take a while to, knock down, but it will be interesting. It will be interesting. Boss enemy. So it says here, boss enemy should take advantage of knowing the game well and using the game mechanics. They've looked at ideas for interesting and satisfying bosses, but haven't landed on anything they feel is necessary. Okay. Animations. They want to add more animation for things such as tying up hostages. They can't set the priority of this, but it is something they want to work on. Cop conversion, so Payday 2 Joker. Right now, there's no intention to add a skill like this in Payday 3. Dodge, so Payday 3 is designed to be a death by 1,000 cuts, right? And they don't want to do a chance to ignore damage, as with that game design, dodge doesn't really work well. Smoke grenades do work similar to the old dodge system. Okay, so that's pretty interesting, right? Accessibility, so they've said here that they're working on more UI accessibility options. Bots, they want more feedback on the crew AI. They feel they are useful on normal and hard, but very underwhelming on very hard and overkill. Has anyone actually played Payday 3 apart from on normal? Like right now, I'll happily admit, right, I'm not the greatest player, right? But I'm happy with normal difficulty. I'm happy with normal. But welcome everyone who's tuning in to the stream. If you are watching this as a live stream, this will become a video once I finish all the notes. So if you do miss this, you can rewind. And I think you can rewind during the stream anyway. So feel free to do that if you guys want to. Right, Jacket and other heisters. So Jacket as a character has not been confirmed or denied. They cannot confirm or deny any returning heisters. There will be more heisters, however, but no one is confirmed or denied at this point. The original heisters, Sydney and Sangris, are easier than collaboration heisters such as Scarface and Jacket. They would need to get permission for the collaborated heisters from their respective owners. Perk decks, they want the current skill line to be the only skill system. However, they do feel over time as the game progresses, additional systems may be added. Seasonal content, so there's no seasonal content has been announced, but they know that people will potentially like the idea. So maybe like Halloween, Christmas, etc. They've also said additional C-stack uses. They are open to more C-stack uses, but have nothing specifically planned. As new things are introduced, and they will decide case by case, and if it should be a money or C-stacks that they use. R&D seeding, the current R&D seeding is intended to stay the same when you restart. They're considering changing this on Overkill. Skill point cap, they might expand the skill point cap. They might not. This is too early for them to decide. They're seeing very strong builds at 15 and 21 skill point marker already. Payday 2 style infamy, so no plan for a prestige system at this time. This could change, but for now there are no plans. I don't know, like, I like the idea of prestiging, you know. I guess for them, the prerequisite, right, is the challenges they've set, how you like progress throughout the game and all that stuff, right? So that will be interesting. Force to play loud. So it says here, they wanted the level system to reflect how well versed you are at the entire game, not just the style you prefer, whether that be loud or quiet. Which is true, right? Like, there's some missions or some heists so far where you are forced to play loud, but, you know, me being me, I do like the idea of playing stealth. You know, I like the idea of, you know, playing loud now and then, and normally it's me accidentally playing loud. You know, like, oh shoot, like I've gone the wrong way or whatever. But, you know, we shall see. Harder difficulties. What? They don't want it to just end in one-shot meta. So they are hesitant to add more for now. What? People want harder difficulties? Like, really? That is crazy. I honestly can't believe it. People want more, like, or like, people want harder difficulties. Like, really? Like, who? Who? Tell me who. Tell me who wants harder difficulties in Payday 3. Like, I'm genuinely curious. Like, I would love to know, but please let me know. It says here what is next. So they are hoping to prove their worth, right? So their priority is the bad launch and the serviceability. They want to show the respect to the players. Console text chat. So once they have matchmaking in a better place, they will look at things such as text chat. On Xbox, they can see what PC players are trying to communicate. What about PlayStation? What about the guys on PlayStation? Music, so yeah, Gustav Coutinho works on the current soundtrack. They're considering a jukebox style. Interesting. Explosives, so no comment on future weapon types, as that's not something Marlo works on. Marlo's favourite heist, by the way, is the Golden Shark and Touch of Sky. The roadmap, so 4 big beats as outlined in the map. They will also add new characters and weapons with these. So it sounds like there's going to be some more heists soon, which is awesome. Classic heists, no classic heists are to be added to Payday 3. A minigun and flamethrower. There will be a new overkill weapon, but Marlo cannot comment on which ones, as he does not work on guns. He would like to see a flamethrower. Flamethrower. That's what I'm trying to say. Muting. Yes, please, for the love of God, please. Muting high startup dialogue, right? So this is a quality of life feature they want to add, but for now you can pick a difficulty and heist and then hit escape to go back to the main menu if you don't want to get back in the saddle every time. I mean, like it was yesterday, right? And we're like, what was it? It was like, you've come out of retirement. You want more money. And I'm like, oh my goodness, please, for the love of God, just fix the servers, you know. But yeah, like, I could probably always memorize it, you know. You have come out of retirement. I'm just like, God, no. But anyway, the reticle customization. This is obviously a quality of life update they would like to add, but they have not announced anything so far. Console MNK, so they would like to add support for this in the future. The card system in Payday 2, they did not want this style in Payday 3 at launch, but it could eventually happen, essentially. Random map selector is the quality of life, so potentially could come. Getting in the van, they are working on this. But it's more complicated than you might expect to implement. Silent Step might like the idea of silent sprinting for stealth, but states with probably need a full skill line. Vote to kick, this is a feature they're looking into. And then they're also looking at a stealth bonus. So there's actually a stealth bonus, but the results screen does a poor job of communicating this. It exists for player and experience weapons and skills. It scales how much of the heist you stealthed. It is not binary. Cool. So that is basically the updates we've had from the last few days. I kind of wanted to just do a video and do a live stream. It's slightly different, style of content in terms of, like, normally I'll just do a video and post. But at this time around, I thought, why not? Let's just go straight in, do a live stream, and off we go. But no, the feedback from people looks pretty good. People saying this is much better than yesterday. Nice inputs and ideas. I don't know if there's going to be much more updates from the guys. But it definitely seems like there's a lot more, like, promising stuff. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to give this with you guys. Hope you guys are all well. And yeah, I think we'll end it there. So if you have enjoyed today's video, then be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, comment on your thoughts regarding this. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. And as always, I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Adios, chaps. Boom. Woo. Catch you guys later. Adios. Woo.